minor cat.
Shout out to Culture Spirit and most importantly, Morph Sam. Shout out to y'all for tapping in this video as Monique reveals how Oprah killed her career. Now, the most recent thing I seen Monique in was BMF, and I think like another movie. I think that was on Amazon Prime or something like that. But all I remember as far as her career is her having a problem with Netflix. Some people calling her difficult or hard to work with. The next thing you know, you didn't really see her in movies and stuff like that too much, and then everything went left field. And then that's the most recent thing I seen. And like I said, was BMF. But we ain't gonna talk too much. Without further ado, we're gonna get straight into the video.
Do what we ask you to do. We'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me.
So for those who may not be aware, Monique was offered the role in The Butler that Oprah Winfrey played. She was also approached by Empire to be on Empire, and she was also offered the role as Richard Pryor's grandmother in his biopic. However, just like several other roles she had been offered, each of those things that were offered to her were taken off of the table just like that. And you know why? Because Hollywood had already blacklisted her, and one of the people she blames is Oprah Winfrey.
Until that woman says, let me apologize to you publicly, it'll be to the day I leave this earth, because what you did was malicious.
What is
it
she?
was intentional, and it was ugly.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Okay, for a bit of context about what really happened between Monique and Oprah, this is where it all began, explained by Monique herself.
I did a movie called Precious.
I loved it.
I remember that.
I signed up for that movie with my friend named Lee Daniels.
When the movie became such a huge deal, Tyler Perry and Oprah got involved and became executive producers of the movie. Monique then went on to explain that the movie had been filmed, and as far as she was concerned, she'd fulfilled her contractual agreements. However, according to her, Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels wanted her to attend the festivals, award ceremonies, and events linked to Precious, but she said she wasn't gonna work for free.
The only person I had a contract with was Lee Daniels, and I fulfilled my contract. Now, if anybody else wants me to do anything else, there's a price to that, because what we're not in is slavery. So what I cannot do is work for y'all for free.
Now, apparently, when she stood her ground, she was labeled as being difficult to work with.
Now here comes she's difficult to work with. Her and her husband, they are difficult. They are these difficult people.
And according to Monique, Oprah did absolutely nothing to help the situation when she was being attacked.
Oprah Winfrey said nothing, though there was a conversation that she had with my husband, and she agreed with the position that was being taken. So when it hit that I was difficult, she stayed quiet.
Because of that, Monique said that she has been losing a lot of opportunities
in
Hollywood and still continues to suffer over a decade later. And yes, Monique has said that Oprah indeed made her life difficult in more than one instance. In 2020, Monique did an interview with Out Loud with Claudia Jordan and discussed Breonna Taylor, and once again accused Oprah of damaging her career.
I've never seen another black woman on the magazine other than Oprah Winfrey. I've seen other women on the cover with her, but I've never seen a black woman on the cover of that magazine. And that's a sister that was murdered, and Oprah Winfrey took a stand and said, we gotta get justice. As you took a stand for our sister that was murdered, you took part in murdering my career.
On a different occasion, Monique took to social media to address her thoughts on Oprah and how she's addressed the Harvey Weinstein case by writing an open letter to Oprah. She said, in part, I feel compelled to write you this open letter after observing the way that you seem to treat people. You were accused of the same allegations. You did an interview on the CBS Morning Show and was asked.
I'm not saying she's wrong for how she feels, but it's like not everything you do, like certain things you do that's for free, bring a big paycheck later on. So it's like you gotta look at things in a different spot. Like sometimes the thing you do for free bring the biggest paycheck. You feel me? Like a lot of people, like for example, what's his name? Wallow. He said that when he did a free mentorship, the guy told him it wasn't gonna bring no money, but he would pay for his hotel, and he did that. And then after that, he started getting bookings, and you know what I'm saying, getting lined up for a lot of things. So sometimes you gotta weigh out your options, and if that didn't bring in money, and then that's when you start to, you know what I'm saying, question certain things and put a price on certain things.
About Harvey Weinstein by Nora O'Donnell, and you said as it pertains to him that you always try to look at the rainbow in the clouds, whatever is the silver lining. Monique said that it was hypocritical since Oprah was going to be a part of a documentary addressing Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons' allegations, yet they were being accused of doing the same thing Harvey did. Then she revealed her personal experiences with Oprah, adding, "You've watched me as a black woman be accused of being difficult for not promoting Precious internationally for Lionsgate, at Lionsgate, Tyler Perry, and Your Request, despite the fact that my deal was with Lee Daniels Entertainment. How are you for black women when you hear Tyler on audio saying I was right and he was gonna speak up, but you or him still haven't said a word?" Monique also detailed when she first met Oprah when she was 16, and upon meeting her, she shared with her that when she grew up, she wanted to be just like her, to which Oprah replied, "You have to work really, really hard." Then she wrote, "My 16-year-old self didn't know that you and your silence in the face of wrongdoing would make my life harder." Just a few months ago, in October 2022, Monique also shared a video that exposed
One thing, I mean, even if that's how you really feel, one thing you never tell somebody is that you want to be like them. Because sometimes, especially if they see you already going in that lane, they see you as competition. So they might try to block a lot of avenues and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, connections for you.
how Oprah did her dirty, and in her caption for the post, she wrote, "If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then this video was worth 1,000,000 to me. My deepest gratitude to the individuals who made this piece and for accurately stating the facts." The video was actually a collection of her various interviews discussing her fallout with Oprah from over a decade ago, one of which being the 2010 interview Oprah had with Gerald Imes, her brother. Apparently, Oprah reached out to Monique before the Imes episode was taped, but Oprah neglected to inform her that her mother would also be sitting down for the interview. According to Monique, if she would have known that her mother was also being interviewed, she would have told Oprah to scrap the show. And that televised interview with her brother and their mother is part of the reason Monique has especially felt betrayed by Oprah over the years.
That me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, "I'm gonna have your mother," I would have said, "Shut it down."
Now, it's pretty evident that Oprah used her personal friendship with Monique to get intimate details of her family life and then kind of expose those details on her show without giving her any heads up in an attempt to grab ratings at Monique's expense. That, coupled with how Oprah contributed in her blacklisting, is why Monique still thinks that Oprah is a backstabber and ruined her career. Well, based on what she has said over the years and still continues to say, it doesn't look like they're going to mend anything until Oprah publicly apologizes to Monique. Obviously, that won't give her back all the years she's lost in the industry,
That's a
but
fact.
that would be a start, right? In fact, there are people who've also weighed in on the issue and feel like it needs to be sorted, like Steve Harvey. While speaking on Monique and Steve get rid.
I was waiting for this. I thought the video was going to end, but I feel like I seen this too. I feel like Steve Harvey was basically telling her to be an ass kisser, and I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna get into the other stuff, but he might be that for them people that's at the stations and all that, but I don't think he should tell her to be that, because that's what he was basically telling her in the interview, like, "Oh, we got to go about this." And she was basically asking him, like, "Yo, so you want us to ask us?" Basically. In subliminal ways, he said yes.
Real Part 2 in 2019, Steve Harvey said to Monique,
"These people owe you an apology. You owe those people an apology. Then we can move forward."
50 Cent also previously gave his 2 cents on the feud and insisted that Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey apologize to Monique by writing on Instagram, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique's career, and this has gone on for way too long. So now would be a great time to apologize because I'm gonna put her back on." And as far as Oprah
Exactly,
is
come
concerned,
on, man.
she sat down with Global Grind alongside her co-stars Reese Witherspoon and Mindy Kaling and talked about why she had not clapped back at Monique, saying,
"Oh my gosh, because it's impossible. It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combusted negative force and negative energy. You can't
Get out of here with that, bro. For anything, I think some people may say Monique is not handling it the best, but it's like I feel like she is handling it the best because some people would have said way worse than that because it's like all she's asking for is an apology. She missed out on years and years and years of projects of her career because of this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all she's asking for is an apology and then she got no problems with you. I mean, I think that's fair.
meet negative energy where it is. You have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. You have to be the light. And it only takes a little bit of light.
So Lee Daniels has already apologized to Monique publicly. And Monique also said that behind closed doors, Tyler Perry was also apologetic, even though he refuses to do it publicly. But as for Oprah Winfrey, I don't know what it will take for her to apologize. And as always, while there are thousands who sympathize with Monique for all the years lost, some still say that she should take the blame for settling, and others tell her that maybe it's time to move on. But what are your thoughts? Should Monique continue calling out Oprah, or should she just move on? Sound off in the comment section below.
I don't think she should continue. 50 Cent gave her a role. I seen her part in BMF. She did good, and she did good on other movies too. She played the hell out of other movies too. So I feel like she should just continue to see what other roles she can get. But if that's like really, cause 50 Cent can't just keep giving her roles. Or he probably could help her get connections. But if she still looked at a certain way because of that, then yeah, I should say she should still bring it up. But if that's not blocking her anymore, she should just continue on, feel me, and let that bridge stay burnt. But y'all get in the comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for all the love and support. Love is love, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.